All right, we have the choice. We'll play first. We've got fine keep. Not very quick, but swords and journey offer some early protection, so I think we'll keep. Not getting a very aggressive start, I admit, but I do like the early protection, and there's quite a few draws that help this hand quite a bit. Swords is just such a good. Well, let's see what he takes, actually. I mean, even if he takes the swords, we still have the journey. Guess he's not going to fall for dictate. Him being scared of Hero of Oxidridge is pretty interesting. I wonder if he's like a control deck. I'm certainly more happy he took Hero of Oxidridge than, say, Elspeth, which would have been pretty insane. Okay, maybe, okay. So we're playing against blue-black control is my guess, so looks like I'm likely just going to want to drop some of our removal, more than likely. So probably just going to be countering our stuff, but go for the old Swift Spear. All right, Grixis control. I could see that. So like probably Dreadbores and counter spells. Ooh, Seeker's actually a pretty spicy draw. I like that. Since we're going to apply more pressure, we're going to tempt some counter spells out of him. Very good. Unfortunately, that counter spell can't hit Elspeth, so not quite the counter spell I was hoping to get out of my opponent. He misses his land draw there too, though, which is interesting. All right, Ancient Tomb definitely seems good. I'm kind of tempted. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, this is interesting. I'm gonna swing with Swift's. This seems backwards. I understand that, but here's what I want to do. I want to attack with Swift Spear, pass. End of his turn, cast Dictate. I want him to counter it or not counter it. Either way. Yes, I could have triggered Prowess and gotten in for more damage there, but well, he would have destroyed Elspeth, so I guess I'm pretty happy I didn't play that. Okay, so we'll pass. I'm still going to end of turn dictate, see if he counters it. Admittedly, he's much less motivated to counter it now, but we're still going to do it. Guess I got to go for Elspeth here. All right, didn't have the counter. That's pretty insane. So now we're spitting out 3/3s every turn. And even if he has the out for Elspeth, we're still in pretty good shape. All right, so he's just wanting to draw his hero's downfall again, I'm guessing. Pretty immediately got to deal with Elspeth here. She's going to become pretty big deal real quick. Double Mox draw. Yeah, it's pretty awkward, admittedly. All right, let's creature token first, just in case he's got some instant speed planeswalker destruction I can't think of. And I guess we pass. We've got Swords, Journey, Flame Tongue. Flame Tongue currently not super playable, but all right. Well, I mean, he's just brainstorming. That's not bad. All right. So, Jace, not going to be too big of a threat this game. Ooh. Oh, I don't have the double red. I see. Okay. Wait, I do have the double red. I can Chrome Mox away Flame Tongue to play Hellrider. It actually seems worth it in my opinion. I think I could actually... That's got to be close to lethal. If I play Hellrider, it's a 5/5. So I can deal 5, 8, 11, 14 damage. That's huge. That is really huge. So Flame Tongue doesn't seem like it's going to be able to be played this game anyway. So let's exile Flame Tongue. Let's bust Hellrider out. Can I jump and kill? 5, 8, 11. No, I already counted that. 14, 15, 16, 17. I can kill him, can't I? Jump. 8, 11, 14, 17 damage. Holy crap. That is so big. That is omega damage. Wow. For Xaxes. All right, so we're playing against control build. I think we got to cut Journey. Definitely leaving the O-ring. Let's cut Journey. Doesn't seem necessary. Let's bring in. I kind of like Thundermaw against control because you just find good opportunities to play it and kill either a Planeswalker or get in for 5. I do like that. I like the Karmic Guide. I kind of want to leave Swords, even though he didn't show us a creature. Just Swords is, you can play it defensively in worst case scenario, you know. I kind of like it. I kind of want to cut FTK too. He just doesn't seem like he can pay off too well. His payoffs, he seems just hard to play. Maybe I want the Perforos instead, just like every creature I can get in turns into life punishment. I could see Perforos being decent in this matchup, and the Thundermaw I could see being decent too. Manic Vandal currently destroys Everflowing Chalice, I guess, but it's not quite enough to hold my interest. Stromkirk Noble actually does seem legitimate in this matchup. Something early to do. He didn't have any blockers. You know what? Stromkirk's going to be in this match. And I could do the Perforos, but I'm a little more tempted to do the Thundermaw, I think. Just because it's a little bit more explosive. All right. Yeah, I think I'm okay with these sideboards. Let's try this out. Ooh, well, no white mana, but we do have a turn 2 War Marshal. Precinct Captain's quite a bit away from being played. O-Ring does seem pretty good, though, for his first Planeswalker or whatever. Turn 2 War Marshal is at least some pressure, and at worst, I can pay the Echo. I think I'm going to keep it. This is a risky keep, I admit. But if I just rip a couple planes, too, this hand gets way better. I get to go, like... All right, well... Certainly not a bad draw. Applying pressure early is something this deck does, you know, reasonably well. All right, Elixir, Swords, not the most exciting draw, but it's all right. Pay the War Marshal, likely paying the Echo, because even if I draw a white source, I can still play Mother and pay for Echo. And War Marshal is just a really, like, annoying card to deal with. Alright, well, we're at our 4-drop mana, which is actually pretty good for this deck. Using it early, which is interesting. So he basically just used it to gain 5 life. Skin Render. Yeah, that one's pretty good, actually. Staves off my attack, but we've got a pretty good late game plan with this deck. Keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, I guess we... Could play Mom here too. I'm trying to think if I like Mom more. Or why I would like Mom more. I kind of feel like Mom's better. Later. I guess I kind of want to go swords, get in. But maybe we go... If I go swords, get in, I apply pressure again, and then I've got O-ring for his like Jace that he may or may not play. Let's continue to apply pressure here, I think, because I don't think swords is going to see... I mean, I could be completely wrong in swords, like, could be better later, but if he plays a bigger threat, at least I have the Oblivion Ring. I just like basically applying the pressure. Like, if he plays Jace here, at least I have the out. Yeah. So, he has Jace, but I've got Oblivion Ring, so it's not like GG's or anything. I kind of want to draw a white mana so I can go O-Ring Mom. Dictate's actually not a terrible draw, but let's go Oblivion Ring, take care of Jace. I don't want to deal with another Brainstorm, so we'll just get it out of the way now. Continue to apply damage. No plays. Here's our second white. So I think I swing. Pretty tempted to play Dictate here. I'm trying to think why. Could also do post-combat Precinct Captain, but there's just a better chance he's got like Essence Scatter in his hand or something. I could get him to counter Mom. The reason I want to play the Captain... I think we got to go for the Captain play first. I'm going to go for the Captain play, I think. Although I could just pass, end of turn, Dictate. I'm going to play Captain. It's probably going to get scattered, but... Alright, well, it didn't get scattered, so that's good news. Maybe it gets downfalled. Alright, Burst Lightning. Duh. That's still pretty good. So I guess I kind of wish I'd played Dictate into my opponent's turn instead. But Noble. So we'll go Noble. Swing. Hope we don't get Force Spiked. I'm going to play Dictate here. Alright, he did have the counter spell. Let's see if he placed it on top. Put it on the bottom, so did not find what he was looking for. Mom with Stromkirk Noble's not terrible. Mentor the Week's actually really nice too. So we'll go. Let's just swing first here. Although, no, I think that's still fine. I was going to say maybe I want to see what I draw first, but... I kind of feel like playing around a board wipe might not be a bad idea, but just drawing a card is pretty good. We still get a token out of War Marshal too. Keep that in mind. Ooh, all right, well, that's absolutely lethal next turn. So even if he has a board wipe here, we get to slam a Hero of Oxid Ridge to assist with our War Marshal. Yeah, this is actually really good. So even though he got some pretty good value there, we're going to be swinging pretty hard this turn. Oh, man. I think we go for the 2-turn clock play. Like, I could play Siege Gang here, swing for 1 pass, and likely get a Hero of Oxid Ridge follow-up that's pretty good. but 2-turn clock right now seems really aggressive. That Bog War Marshal did some great work for us. So now he's got to kill Hero, and if he does, we still have Siege Gang, which is nice. Okay. So he does get to dig. Even if we draw a mana now, we can play Siege Gang and still get some good value. We have burn spells too. Yeah. So I guess we swing and pass once we play the Siege Gang, of course. Although, I mean, he did just dig for something, but... So now he's got a board wipe again. Alright, so... Get to just throw damage at him as well as get some tokens. So now he's got a board wipe again. Alright, that's not going to do it. Oh, I guess it does buy him a turn, doesn't it? So I attack him for 3, he trades. He can destroy Oblivion Ring and get back Jace, though. What are my burn spells again? I've got Stoke and Warleader's Helix and Zealous Conscript and Hellrider. I guess I do want to take him to 1. If I take him to 1, he gets to trade. It does kind of force him to gain control of another goblin rather than... That's not necessarily true, though. I guess he can... No, I guess if he... I guess that doesn't work for him. I guess we swing all at him and take him to 1. I feel like it kind of forces him to... Definitely forces him to block. He can't really plus and destroy Oblivion Ring because then even if he bounces a token, he still dies to attacks. So it basically forces him to gain control of another token, I feel like, but maybe I'm wrong. So he pluses, destroys Oblivion Ring, bounces Jace, and uses a removal spell, and then we're pretty far behind. But we do have some burn spells we could draw. Alright, so maybe he did find a removal spell. Problem is I couldn't kill Nicol Bolas anyway. So he's just digging. Alright. Oof. Chromok's not the most exciting. Well, if he doesn't have removal here, he's dead. Put to death from a goblin token. Wow. Well, hey, we were a turn away from probably losing that game. I mean, we did not have... It would have been 4 turns before Thundermaw was online. Yeah, we would have certainly lost. It was a pretty dangerous move on my opponent's part. He really needed to, if he didn't have the answer, I don't think he should have banked on Jace finding it for him. He really needed to gain control of another token there. But would he have still been dead? I don't think so, right? we were left with, he stole a token. We attacked with 3 tokens. He blocked. He went to 1. He steals another token. I wouldn't have. He honestly would have probably won had he done the safe play of just gain controlling of a token, and then the next turn destroying the O-ring. So I think he got a little, he jumped the gun a little bit, I think. But deck played well for us. Gotta say that. We never even had to do our cool little Kiki Jiki plays. And our early beats are pretty effective, actually. So this deck played pretty well. We never even got to do a really hyper aggressive thing with like Chrome Mox or Mox Diamond, but there are still a couple more rounds to maybe do that. So we'll see you then.